Welcome to Fight News Now Extra. I'm John Pollock. We're heading into the weekend with the latest news in the sport as John Ramsey and Robin Black and I will be chatting about this Saturday's Fight Night card, the future of Shogun, and Conor McGregor steps down in Brazil. Conor McGregor has arrived in Brazil for this weekend's Fight Night card. McGregor spoke to members of the media about his forthcoming title fight with Jose Aldo on July the 11th at UFC 189 in Las Vegas.
I look forward to looking him dead in the eye. I look forward to looking him dead in the eye, and I swear I can't wait to see his eyes turn to glass. But I'm ready to fight tomorrow. I swear to God, if something kicks off, I'm ready to go. There's no commission out here, so if pops off, I'm ready. I know that much. People think it's a joke and I'm playing it. The Joker. We'll see who's a joke tomorrow. They tried to get me to play a little game, wanted us to play football together. What the f? I'm not playing football. I'm not here to play friend. I'm not here to play games with this fool. I'm here to kill him.
Mauricio Shogun, who is in the midst of coaching on Tough Brazil Season 4 alongside Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, and has a number of options for what happens next in his career. Shogun spoke to Combat in Brazil and said that a move to middleweight would be easier for him, but now there's a chance he could be fighting Antonio Rogerio Nogueira in his next bout. He also said he is considering reconnecting with his former Shootabox head coach Rafael Cordeiro for his next fight camp. And the women's strawweight division has been in focus this week with a new champion crowned in Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Tisha Torres was in attendance for UFC 185 this past weekend in Dallas and chatted with reporters about her efforts to work towards a title fight, and that begins with Angela Hill, who she meets in June at UFC 188.
As far as Angela Hill, I didn't see her as a matchup, to be honest with you. I wasn't looking at her. I asked Sean Shelby for all the girls above me, you know, ranked 1 through 4, and I was denied. I was given Angela Hill, so I'm just going to go out there and show that I deserve a top fight. You know, I want to get closer to that belt. I think she has everything to gain in this fight. Me, you know, it's just expected for me to win, but I'm going to go out there, show everybody that the expectation is going to happen, but I want to dominate in every area. I want to show that I'm more than just the striker that they know. I want to do some jiu-jitsu and some wrestling.
This Saturday night, it's our live preview show heading into the card in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil with Robin Black, myself, and the always entertaining John Ramsey. Then the prelims are here right on Fight Network with 4 fights coming to you from Rio de Janeiro. And then the main card, 10 p.m. Eastern on TSN1, headlined by Damian Maia and Ryan LaFleur. And I'm here with John Ramsey and Robin Black. We are getting set for the UFC's return to Brazil. It's happening on Saturday night, and Conor McGregor is special guest down there, clearly with a mission to be murdered at some point during this entire trip.
He doesn't care. He's ready to go. You heard him. I mean, this guy, he's born to fight. He's bred to fight. He believes that he will take that title from Jose Aldo, whether it's in Brazil, whether it's in France, whether it's Ireland, or here in Canada. He doesn't care. He's ready to prove that he's the biggest star in the world.
And he's going to be here in Toronto in about a week. They're doing their whole media tour for 189. That is one fight that certainly stands out to me that I am looking forward to. Robin, yourself, I mean, in terms of the featherweight picture, I know there was a lot of debate about Frankie Edgar not getting this title fight, but I'm fascinated by this one.
I am too. I mean, Frankie Edgar is just a legendarily talented. Is legendarily a word? It is now. It is. He's
Robin Black's
legendarily
universe.
talented, this guy. I love watching Frankie Edgar fight. But this guy, how do you even argue with it? One, Conor McGregor is really, really good. Conor McGregor's skills are phenomenal. I actually think it's even more interesting from a fight standpoint that he hasn't fought Frankie or Chad Mendes, because we don't know. Could he beat those guys? Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But if he did beat one of them, we'd be like, oh man, this guy can beat Jose Aldo. Now we're like, we don't know. Jose Aldo's the best in the world. Maybe this guy can't do it. Add to that, you say he was born and bred to fight. This guy was born to entertain. Like, this is an entertaining cat. I do a podcast here on Fight Network with David Mullins. He's a sports psychologist that has worked with SBG Jim a lot. He says straight up, no cameras on or whatever, he goes, this is who Conor McGregor is. This is not some complex act. This guy entertains his friends. He's hilarious. We had him Cage Rage here on Fight Network. The audience went nuts for him in Cage Rage the same they do now. Cage Warriors. That Cage Rage out of
out of England.
England, right. And Cage Warriors.
A lot of raging, a lot of
raging,
a lot of warriors.
Extreme, whatever. But this is the real thing. He's very good. The fact that he's entertaining and the Brazilians are going to hate him will make people doubt how good he is, possibly, which is all the more fascinating.
I think what's amazing about Conor McGregor is that he appeals to the casual fans because he creates interest by using his mouth. But for Lyoto Machida and Rory McDonald, I talked to both of those guys. And they're like, you know, I'm not really into all that trash talking and saying this and saying that. But man, this guy's skills, his martial arts abilities are phenomenal, and that's why we watch this guy fight. So he really does almost transcend mixed martial arts because everybody's on top. The Brazilians, they're tuning in because they hate him, they want to see him die, and the casual fans look at him because, you know, he talks so much crap, and then martial artists love him because of his abilities.
I love him because of his abilities, and I don't care about trash talking or any of that. Yet this guy's just so entertaining. Even as someone who doesn't have a great deal of interest in that stuff, I still got to see what this guy says and does.
You talked about this fight being a very interesting fight. I think a lot of people are going to be watching for this 145-pound fight. But right now, the landscape is pretty good. You have Ricardo Lamas taking on Chad Mendes, Lyoto Machida, Luke Rockhold, Fabrizio Verdum, Cain Velasquez, and Rumble Johnson, and John Jones.
Jeez.
Right now, the landscape of the UFC is top friggin' notch. And we have Damian Maia in the main event this weekend. So things are looking good for the UFC.
You know, I got this UFC, they always send out like their weekly email to people, and the subject line was, "It wouldn't be a Saturday night without some UFC action." I'm like, that's pretty damn true. There pretty much is not a Saturday night without a UFC show.
Next Saturday.
Well, that's what I wanted to bring up. Next weekend, we've got Bellator on Friday night, World Series of Fighting on Saturday night. I am starting to really feel it, and maybe that's just because, you know, we're airing a lot of stuff. It feels that it's just that much heavier now that you look to a weekend that is without UFC. Is that taking its toll on the mixed martial arts fan that maybe wants a weekend off, that they follow so much UFC? It's a rare weekend off. Are these promotions going to be hurt more so in 2015 rather than presenting themselves as the alternative?
Again, it depends. I think the hardcore fans are going to tune in no matter what. It's just like if you're a hockey fan, on the weekends, you tune into hockey. If you're a fight fan and fighting happens to be on, you're going to watch. So I think you got to target the hardcore fans and build from there. And I think both World Series of Fighting, Bellator are doing a great job. Matt Hamill taking on Thiago Silva in the World Series of Fighting.
Well, we have next Saturday off, but we don't. If you're in the Laval, Quebec area, come down, fight for pride. It's a great show. Ramdeed and I are commentating it. Laval, Quebec, awesome show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Sport Expo.
All right, these guys, busy men, and we are going to get on out of here because we have more of Fight News Now Extra.